What's up, brothers and sisters? It's your brother G World. I had listened to my last post. I knew I was cut off, but I extended beyond my little time. But I was saying that the NFL game changed in the 60s due to the fact it became a speed game. And the speed game really basically is a plus, a multiplier for the black athlete. Since most black athletes have speed and most white dudes don't. You have a few, like McCaffrey and his dad, who played for the Bills, but you know, it developed into a speed game into the '60s, and then they started really drafting a lot of black football players from the HBCU colleges in the '60s, particularly originally in the AFL, and they had to do that out of necessity to compete with the NFL. But then the NFL started to realize that the AFL was getting all those black players and stars, and the NFL tried to compete, try to fight for those black players against the AFL. So, which is the AFL, the American Football League, which is now the American Football Conference in the NFL. The Buffalo Bills, New York Jets, they're all part of the AFL. So it was a big war between the two leagues, and it was the black athlete that made those leagues, as well as the transition to color television. But it's the black athletes that helped set the pavement, the foundation to those leagues becoming billion-dollar leagues. So it's our talent that makes everything. We don't need these people. We can create our own. It's our talent that does everything. Even with these comedians, they steal everything from black comedians, man. The style that Red Fox and them were doing, Miles Mabel was doing back in the 50s, man. These white comedians have stolen it and continue to steal even from black style, Richard Pryor and all that. So in the late 60s when Richard Pryor started to change from the image of Bill Cosby, his comedic style. But we do not need these people. I've said this over and over again. I'm saying it again. We need to separate from these people. Period. We need to separate from them like ASAP. And they have hijacked every form of music that we created. Every form of music on this planet has some black influence to it. Yes, including classical music and country music. All right? Classical music was originally played by those black Moorish in Europe, not a bunch of white folks, but it was originated by black people. I used to hear stupid stuff how, well, jazz music was created by black people playing European instruments. I said, well, are you serious? But that's how white folks always try to steal our history and culture. Jazz music, as well as classical music, as well as country music, soul music, blues music, all them other forms of music were created by Negroes, black people. But yet we allow other people to come in and hijack and steal it. Man, you will never hear me honoring and praising none of these white people, man, like Stank, so-called Pink, who on the first album she went, quote, R&B. Then she did that song with Maya, Little Kim, and it was one other person she did. Maya, Little Kim, I forget that song, the Patti LaBelle, or the LaBelle song from the 70s. They did a remake of that, and then a second album she decided to go punk, but still throw some hip hop up in there. That Stank chick, man, is no good. But she threw her fingers up to the black community, but then she pimped the black community and threw her fingers up to the black community. She's extremely ignorant. She's a racist like Madonna. They're culture vultures. Madonna, her early stuff I think, was done by Nile Rodgers from Chic. Nile Rodgers produced, I want to say, was it Holiday and Holiday, Borderline, Lucky Star, which is probably the Lucky Star. Well, that was the best album to me, and Lucky Star was probably her best song. But you could tell there was some black producers doing that. Now, I never thought Madonna had any talent. I always thought Janet was more talented than her. But, MTV used to prop Madonna up and play her ass all the time. And MTV had issues of playing black artists. They didn't play black artists. I mean, they played the Pointer Sisters a little bit. And there was a few black artists who just gotten so big they had to play Tina Turner, the Pointer Sisters. Yeah, those few, but they didn't really play a lot because they were still not playing black artists until like even as late as 1987 when they started to play Whitney Houston, and her second album was more watered down compared to her first album. I think I Want to Dance with Somebody, that's her second album. That was watered down to me. Her first album was real good. I think the third album, the one Babyface did, but but she was played MTV and her hair was going down her back and she looked really thin. I thought she was really beautiful when she came out You Get Good Love, and that was more of an R&B track. That was her first single, you know. So I MTV really didn't they didn't really play that. If I remember, they didn't really play that. I know they played the second album. They might have played um, How I Don't Know got real popular, but I don't remember them playing that. But I had to look back and that. I don't, like I said, I don't remember how I Don't Know might have been played on MTV, but I can't remember that. But it's just the fact that they didn't really play black artists, and I can remember on MTV where they didn't play certain rap artists. They claim that a certain particular rap artist separate their audience, separate their black and white artists. Like, why you don't play rap music? And talking about you want to celebrate black culture, but you wouldn't play. You will sit there and try to block X Clan from coming on the damn network. You didn't play Poor Righteous Teachers. You want to block Paris, say he was separating your network, and Brand Nubian. That's what the group of Lord Jamal was in. They didn't want to play the video Wake Up when they showed the white man in the image of a devil. You know, the MTV was really screening certain black artists on their network. They would play certain artists, but they wouldn't play some artists who were quote too black. And to me, that tells you how much of a fraud their asses really were in the first place, man. So I couldn't stand MTV. I never could stand MTV. And then all of a sudden during the '90s, that's all they just went to playing black music and black culture. They became R&B Central through the '90s. So I don't expect much from a devil, and that's what I'm gonna call it what they are, devils, man. Elijah Muhammad had it right. I'm not a member of the Nation of Islam, but he told that truth. You're dealing with a devil, and these devils cannot stand the fact that we are the greatest at what we do, and they try to imitate us. They can never be us. So it's very important for us to truly know our history, truly master our history, truly understand our history, realize that what they have to say holds no weight and no value. We got to stop listening to them. And that's why I always harp on study our ancient American history. I get on these Negroes who want to deny this, man. There's a whole part of our history that's being ignored. It's being truly ignored. Truly ignored. And this is our history to take and recapture and claim back our true history. Let's go back, but I want to go back to football. You know, the black quarterback position, these bastards don't want to see black quarterbacks, and they still saying these racist little comments about black quarterbacks, or they can't read defenses, or they just running a college offense, which most of the offenses that you see in the NFL come from college in the first place. The rolling pocket, the spread offenses, that originated in colleges anyway, even the hurry up offense, all that stuff originated in college. So when you hear that stuff, these clowns, even the West Coast offense, that originated in college. When we hear these clowns sit there and say, "Oh, they run a college offense," it's nonsense because all the innovative offense come from colleges in the first place. NFL just a copycat league, and they end up copying stuff that comes from the colleges. Originally started from probably those West Coast schools, like the old WAC conference where they would pass the ball all the time, and then they'll pass on to other conferences and then to the NFL. So these jackasses, man, they run their mouth and they make me sick. You have so many quarterbacks. Your best quarterbacks are black. But you get these coons on TV like LaShawn McCoy, used to be the Buffalo Bills running back. This clown, he went to the University of Pittsburgh. I remember at Pittsburgh, this clown made the comment, said Justin Fields can't throw the ball. Oh, really? But see, they put him on there Because they know if a white person said they'll be called a racist, that brother can run and throw. He does stuff that them white quarterbacks cannot do. But if the quarterback from Buffalo does that, oh, he's great. But when Mahomes or Justin Fields would do something like that, run and throw the ball, he runs for a bunch of yards, then, oh, he can't throw. You see the little racial comments these bastards make, man. They have an envy and hatred towards us because they know the game is getting faster. And the black quarterback can not only run, but he can throw on the run. And the game is getting so fast that you're going to need a mobile quarterback. Them days of just getting Johnny Unitas just drop back and throw, and you're not going to get that much of a blitz thrown at you. Man, them days are gone. All right, like I said, the game started to change in the 60s with the speed game, with the fastest man in the world, the bullet, Bob Hayes with the Dallas Cowboys. Defenses had to change to defend players like Bob Hayes and his speed. Bob Hayes was a unique receiver. Not only could beat you deep, but he would catch the ball and just he'll outmaneuver you, man. He had great skills, man. The late Bob Hayes, man. So I want to make this a continuation. My other video was cut off, but we never need these bastards. But to the Shaquille O'Neals, the Reggie Millers, the Charles Barkleys, these coons, man, the Shannon Sharps, that little light-skinned coon on Fox, the little African dude, I forgot his name because his brother's on ESPN. Actually, his brother's better than him. All these other coons, man. I really can't stand most of those Negro talking heads because they're being used by white folks to attack black athletes. Because if white folks do it, they be called out for what they really are, racist, biggest bastards. So they use these Negroes as they front line or they cover to be racist. So I'm just letting you brothers and sisters know this, man. You gotta see these Negroes for who they are and what they are. They're nothing but hired gun to help take down black athletes. But some of these black athletes gonna have to start standing up, man. And they're gonna start. Some of these Negroes gonna stop fooling with these women outside of the community. You know, most of them marry black women, but you have a certain number where they'll highlight them with their little white women. No, you don't leave them alone, man. Leave those non-black women alone. Stay with your own kind. Keep the money in the family. All right, you're gonna start producing those Tamara Mowrys, those type of chicks who have a deep-seated self-hatred for black people. But yet she still stays married to a racist white supremacist who used to work at Fox. A racist husband make comments about black people all the time. So this, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, love yourself, man. Love who you are. Stay with your own kind. And we don't need these people, man. We need to fully separate. Some people may not want to hear that. I know these boule Negroes don't want to hear that. We need to fully separate from these bastards. They're no good. All right? They're no good. I just wanted to finish off in that video, but I might have a video talking about, some of these black civilizations Wednesday or Thursday. I know Thursday supposed to be Turkey Day. These bastards helped slaughter the Aboriginal black Indians that were here in Americas. But yeah, that's all I want to say for tonight. I'm gonna lay down, and it's time for me to just get some little rest. But I just wanted to tell you that, and I'm back to damn near full speed. Well, not there totally yet, but I'm in sore as hell and just under the weather. But I'm get this together straight. So drinking my water and my orange juice. But I want to say peace and love, brothers and sisters. Stay strong. All right.